What is up, everybody, and welcome aboard the Fantasy Fast Track today. Today we're talking about the NFC West and players to start and players to sit. So let's get into it. First off, we're going to talk about the Rams-Seahawks game. The Seahawks will be hosting the Rams, and it is going to be a fairly high-scoring game with a 46-point over-under. And there is a fair amount of players you can play for the Seahawks in this game. You can start Geno. You can put Tyler Lockett in as a wide receiver 2. You can put DK Metcalf in as a wide receiver 2. And you can even put Jackson Smith and Jigma in as well as a wide receiver 3. There is a great opportunity for a lot of volume in the Seahawks passing attack. And they should be able to give you enough fantasy points to keep them fantasy viable. There is not a wide receiver 1 in this offense, so that makes it hard. But I think as you play these players, you'll definitely be able to have enough volume there to help you out in your fantasy roster, and we will see how the season unfolds. If JSN becomes the wide receiver 1, or if it just continues to be just a open receiving core. As far as the running backs go, Ken Walker is definitely a plug-and-play as a running back 2, but keep an eye on Zach Charbonnet. You can probably flex him, but he is the number 3 on the depth chart behind DJ Dallas, but it looks like DJ Dallas is mostly just going to be used on passing downs. So with Zach Charbonnet, he may end up getting more opportunities later on in the season, but for right now, just keep him as a flex option, or if you can, play other players like you could have picked up Raheem Mostert late in drafts or someone like that, and he will definitely be a better option like Jamal Williams over Zach Charbonnet this week. You can probably even put in the Seahawks defense, because the Seahawks should be able to hold the Rams at bay a little bit, and you may get a couple turnovers out of it, but we'll see what happens there. As far as the Rams go, the only player I'm really looking to play in the receiving end is Tyler Higbee. I know that him and Matthew Stafford have some chemistry there, so he'll probably be able to get at least 10 targets and end up in the end zone. As far as the rushing game goes with Cam Akers, you want to get him in. He is the only person that's really in that backfield, so he will get a large amount of the volume in this game. You can put Van Jefferson in maybe as a flex, but with the amount of different receivers they have that are going to be in and out of this game, it probably will be pretty spread out, so you won't have any crazy target option as wide receiver. With the next game, we'll talk about the Steelers 49ers. This should be a great game. You're going to be playing pretty much every player on each side of the ball. Obviously, you're playing Christian McCaffrey with Debo and Brandon Ayuk. I would kind of taper my expectations there. I think they're going to be a lower volume play, and we really just don't know where exactly Brock Purdy is at with his arm. So I still think they're going to get probably around 6 to 7, maybe 8 targets apiece, which is enough for them to do a lot of yards after the catch. But with Brock Purdy coming off this injury, the football may not be as accurate as it is getting to them. So we'll see where that happens. As far as George Kittle goes, he is injured. He has a pulled groin, and he may not even play. So definitely be checking your fantasy rosters before the game to see if he is out or in. As far as the Steelers go, you can put Kenny Pickett in as a QB2 in Superflex leagues, different things like that, but I wouldn't be firing him up as a QB1 unless you are obviously in really deep leagues like an 18-team league or something like that. As far as other people go, we got Najee Harris. I would definitely be playing him, but the 49ers have an awesome defensive line, and Najee Harris has struggled getting yards per carry anyway. He has never eclipsed over 4 yards a carry per season, so he probably won't get a ton of yards, but he may get a little bit of help in the passing game. We will have to see how much Jaylen Warren eats into his workload there. As far as wide receivers go, you want Deontay Johnson in, and I would be putting George Pickens in as a flex. He generally does not create that very many targets, but when he does get past the ball, they're usually pretty deep, and so he'll make one of those miraculous catches like you always see on your Instagram or whatever. Deontay Johnson has been peppered with targets his whole entire career, and he was last year and he was the year before, and so plan on him getting a large amount of volume in PPR formats. As far as anybody else, I would fire up Pat Freiermuth, and he should be a great fantasy option as a tight end this week. That is pretty much it. If you have any questions, hit them in the comments. And if you got value from this, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time.